Hello everyone. If you are a OnePlus TV user and you want a remote replacement, OnePlus doesn't have it in stock presently. Also, with OnePlus moving out of TV business, we don't know if they ever will be in stock. As many users were asking about the remote, I started searching for third-party replacement remotes and found that there are two types of remotes that are generally available on Amazon. The first ones are non-Bluetooth version, which would not support voice functionality and work based on the IR. So mostly you have to point towards the TV for it to work smoothly. And the second one is the Bluetooth type that everyone would want to buy because it would support the Google Assistant feature after pairing. Even in this Bluetooth type remotes, we mostly see these two models available for the OnePlus TVs, which are also listed on the OnePlus official website. So I ordered both of them from Amazon to check if they work fine and if you should buy them or not. I have the OnePlus TV Q1 Pro and Q2 Pro, so I will check both these remotes with these TVs and give you the verdict. Let me first unbox this A&M remote. This costed me Rs 995 and for the price the packaging is pretty basic, but I hope the remote is safe inside. That's a very weird way to put a note on the remote. I appreciate the support, but that's a bad way to stick a note. Batteries are not included in the box. The remote itself seems to be made of good quality with the buttons having a good travel and tactile press. Now if we compare it with the original OnePlus remote, you can see that it's the same apart from the buttons texture. The original one has plastic glossy buttons, but this one has rubbery buttons with no gloss. Quality wise they seem the same and the OnePlus logo isn't mentioned here. The Bluetooth logo is on the backside to show the compatibility. The second remote came in a bigger and better box and this costed me Rs 845. This is packed in a simple Ziploc, but this also doesn't have any batteries included in the box. The quality of this remote is also very good. Doesn't feel cheap anywhere. Buttons are tactile and feel sturdy. If I compare it with the original Netflix remote that I received with the Q1 Pro, it doesn't look like an aftermarket one. The buttons are a little different as this is the newer version that OnePlus started selling for the Y1 TV, with a power button instead of OnePlus button and a menu button instead of inputs. Now let's try to pair these remotes with the TVs and see how they work. I have been using this U1S TV remote for Q2 Pro and all the functionalities have been working fine, including the Google Assistant voice search. Now let's pair the one I bought from Amazon and see if everything works as intended. Without pairing, you have to point it at the TV LED and do the actions. To pair, go to Settings, Remotes and Accessories, and then scroll to Remote Control to add. Or else you can just tap on the Google Assistant button on the remote and the TV will bring the pairing option on its own. Initially, the pairing wasn't happening, but when I restarted the TV, the remote got paired automatically. So possibly the pairing was successful on the first go itself, but the TV wasn't showing. Anyhow, the Bluetooth pairing works, so one hurdle down. Now, when I checked the functionality of all the keys, surprisingly everything worked. Yes, everything including the voice assistant, and there's no lag at all. The response was pretty smooth and as good as original. I like the buttons better on this one, probably because it's new. Now, this is the Q1 Pro TV and the original remote that we get with the TV. Before I use the replacement remote, I paired the U1S original remote to see if Q1 Pro supports the other type of remotes or not. And to my surprise, the Netflix button doesn't work and even the mic on the remote doesn't pick up the voice. What's the time? Disney Plus Hotstar also doesn't work as it was never mapped during Q1 series. When I paired the replacement remote, the response was the same. Everything worked except for voice recognition, Hotstar, and Netflix buttons. What's the time? So this remote is definitely not for Q1 series. Now coming to the second remote, the pairing was much quicker with the Q2 Pro. It works smoothly as the first remote without any lag and good feedback. but the Netflix button gives a message that the remote cannot be used. Do note that without the pairing, the Netflix button works. Let's try. What's the time? So apart from that hiccup, all the required functions work absolutely fine with this remote for the Q2 Pro. Now when I used this with the Q1 Pro, the result was again the same as the first remote. No Netflix and no voice recognition, but the pairing works fine. Hello, what's the time? So to conclude, both the remotes work well with the Q2 Pro and probably they will work fine with U1S, Y1S and the Y1S Pro series as they all have the same base code as far as I know. Now the Netflix button on the second remote doesn't work on any of the TVs as we have seen, but I don't think it is a big deal as the voice assistant, which is more important, works here. Both are worth the price as per the quality. The second remote might work for Y1 series as the OnePlus website also shows the same design for Y1 series. I will leave a link to these remotes in the description box. Buy the one that you found to be better in design for you. Make sure you check that they are returnable so that you can always return if they don't work as intended. Hope this video helped to find a replacement for your remote. See you guys in the next one.